The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho is a timeless story about dreams, destiny, and self-discovery. It follows Santiago, a young shepherd, as he embarks on a journey to fulfill his personal legend, his true purpose in life. This novel is filled with wisdom about listening to one's heart, overcoming obstacles, and trusting the universe to guide us toward our dreams. Santiago's restlessness, the call to adventure. Santiago is a simple shepherd boy from Spain who enjoys the freedom of traveling with his flock. However, he feels restless, as if there is something greater waiting for him beyond the hills and pastures. One night, Santiago has a repeating dream about a treasure buried near the Egyptian pyramids. He visits a gypsy woman for advice, and she tells him that the dream is a prophecy. He must travel to Egypt to find his treasure. At first, Santiago is skeptical, but soon he meets a mysterious old man named Melchizedek, who claims to be the king of Salem. Melchizedek's lesson: understanding the personal legend. Melchizedek tells Santiago about the concept of the personal legend, the unique purpose each person is born to fulfill. Every person has a dream, but only a few follow it. The universe conspires to help those who pursue their true calling. Fear, doubt, and society often stop people from following their personal legend. Melchizedek gives Santiago two magical stones, Urim and Thummim, which will help him make decisions when he is uncertain. He encourages Santiago to follow his dream and take the first step toward his destiny, leaving comfort behind the first test. Excited but nervous, Santiago sells his flock of sheep and sets out for Africa, where his journey will begin. However, as soon as he arrives in Tangier, Morocco, he faces his first major obstacle. He is robbed by a thief, leaving him with nothing. At this moment, Santiago faces a crucial decision: give up and return home, safe but unfulfilled. Continue forward, despite the setback, and trust that the universe has a plan for him. He chooses the second option. Though discouraged, Santiago remembers Melchizedek's words: when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you achieve it. He decides to stay in Tangier and work to earn money for his journey. Lessons from Session 1. Every great journey begins with a dream. Santiago's vision of treasure symbolizes the dreams and ambitions we all have. Taking the first step toward your dream is the hardest but most important part. Santiago had to leave his comfortable life behind to chase something uncertain but meaningful. Obstacles will appear immediately. The test of true commitment is whether you persist despite setbacks. The universe sends guidance in mysterious ways. Santiago meets Melchizedek and receives signs to help him navigate his journey. Learning the language of the world. Santiago has taken the first step toward his personal legend by leaving behind his comfortable life as a shepherd. However, his journey does not begin as he expected. He has been robbed and is now stranded in Tangier with no money and no clear path forward. This moment is crucial because it represents a test that many face when pursuing their dreams. Will he give up, or will he find another way forward? Working for the crystal merchant, the lesson of patience. With no other options, Santiago wanders the city and eventually finds work at a crystal shop owned by a struggling merchant. Though Santiago initially sees this as a setback, it turns out to be a necessary step in his journey. The crystal merchant is fearful of change and has spent years running his business in the same way, never taking risks. Santiago introduces new ideas, like selling tea in crystal glasses, to attract more customers. His creativity helps the business grow, showing that innovation and boldness lead to progress. However, the merchant refuses to pursue his own personal legend, his dream of visiting Mecca, because he fears disappointment. He represents people who settle for comfort instead of chasing their dreams. Key lesson: growth requires action. Through his time at the crystal shop, Santiago learns that fear of failure keeps people trapped in the same place. To achieve something great, one must take risks. No job or situation is permanent. Every experience is a stepping stone. After a year of hard work, Santiago saves enough money to either return home to Spain or continue his journey to Egypt. He chooses to move forward, meeting the Englishman, the power of knowledge. As Santiago prepares to leave Tangier, he meets an Englishman who is studying alchemy. This man is searching for the legendary alchemist in the desert, who is said to hold the secret to the Philosopher's Stone and the elixir of life, both symbols of transformation and unlimited potential. During their journey across the Sahara Desert, Santiago and the Englishman discuss alchemy as a metaphor for personal growth. True alchemy is about inner transformation. Just as base metals can be turned into gold, people can transform themselves through learning and experience. The soul of the world connects everything. When you truly desire something, the universe aligns to help you achieve it. Books can provide knowledge, but real wisdom comes from experience. The Englishman relies on books, while Santiago learns from observation and action. The caravan journey, learning to trust the universe. Santiago and the Englishman join a caravan, crossing the desert toward the Al-Fayum oasis, where the alchemist is rumored to live. During this journey, Santiago begins to understand the concept of listening to the signs of the universe. The desert teaches patience and awareness. You must be alert to survive. The caravan moves in harmony with nature, just as people must align themselves with the flow of life. Every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. Even challenges serve a purpose. As Santiago spends time with the travelers, he starts to understand what Melchizedek meant when he said, "Everything is written by the same hand." The world communicates through omens, so signs that guide those who are willing to listen. Lessons from Session 2. No experience is wasted. Santiago's time at the crystal shop taught him valuable business skills and patience. Fear keeps people from pursuing their dreams. The merchant had opportunities, but was too afraid to take them. Growth happens when we step into the unknown. Santiago could have gone home, but he chose to continue toward Egypt. Wisdom is gained through action, not just study. The Englishman relied on books, but Santiago realized that true learning comes from experiencing life firsthand.
Love, destiny, and meeting the alchemist. Santiago's journey across the desert has been one of patience and discovery. He has learned to read omens, trust in the universe, and see the interconnectedness of all things. Now, as the caravan arrives at the Al-Fayum oasis, he is about to encounter new lessons about love, purpose, and the deeper forces guiding his path. The oasis and the meeting with Fatima. The oasis is a lush, vibrant place, a stark contrast to the vast and unforgiving desert. It serves as a temporary refuge for the travelers, but for Santiago, it becomes something even more significant. Here, he meets Fatima, a young woman who instantly captivates him. For the first time, he experiences love that feels like destiny. She tells him that the desert has taught her to trust in the journey of those she loves, and she encourages Santiago to continue pursuing his personal legend rather than staying behind for her. This moment teaches a profound truth: true love does not hold you back, it supports your dreams. If something is meant for you, it will not prevent you from fulfilling your purpose. Sometimes, love enters our lives not to keep us in one place but to remind us of what we are capable of. Santiago realizes that his treasure and his journey are still ahead of him, but Fatima has become part of his heart, and she will be waiting for him. The vision of war and the first test of intuition. One day, while observing the desert, Santiago sees an omen in the flight of hawks, a vision of an approaching army attacking the oasis. Though he is just a traveler, he decides to warn the tribal leaders. This is a significant test because he is trusting his intuition rather than logic. He is acting on an omen, believing in the language of the universe. He is stepping into responsibility, proving he has grown from a simple shepherd into someone who listens to the soul of the world. The leaders take his warning seriously, and when the attack happens, they are prepared. The oasis is saved, and Santiago is rewarded with gold and recognition, proof that following the signs of the universe leads to success. Meeting the alchemist, the final mentor appears. After proving himself, Santiago finally meets the alchemist, a mysterious and powerful figure who lives in the desert. Unlike the Englishman, who seeks knowledge through books, the alchemist embodies wisdom through experience. He recognizes that Santiago is close to discovering his personal legend and offers to guide him through the final stages of his journey. The alchemist teaches him several life-changing lessons. When you truly want something, the whole universe conspires to help you achieve it. This is the central theme of the book. The fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself. Most people fail to follow their dreams because they fear failure more than they desire success. Listen to your heart, even when it is afraid. Santiago must learn to trust his instincts, even in moments of doubt. With these lessons in mind, Santiago prepares for the next stage of his journey, leaving behind the safety of the oasis and venturing deeper into the unknown. Key takeaways. Love should inspire, not restrict. Fatima supports Santiago's dreams instead of asking him to stay. Listening to signs from the universe leads to success. Santiago's vision of war proves that omens guide us if we pay attention. Fear is the biggest enemy of achievement. The alchemist teaches that most people fail because they are too afraid to take risks. Experience is the true teacher. Unlike the Englishman, who seeks wisdom in books, Santiago learns from action and intuition. The journey through the desert and the final tests. With the alchemist as his guide, Santiago leaves the safety of the oasis and heads deeper into the desert toward the pyramids. This part of his journey is filled with challenges that test not only his determination but also his ability to fully embrace the lessons he has learned along the way. Trusting the unknown. As they travel, the alchemist pushes Santiago to rely on his instincts rather than logic. He teaches that the journey itself is the treasure. Many people believe success comes only at the destination, but true growth happens along the way. The heart knows the way. If Santiago listens carefully, his heart will guide him toward his destiny. The soul of the world connects everything. When he aligns himself with the universe, everything falls into place. At first, Santiago struggles with these ideas, but the desert begins to teach him. He learns to feel the energy of the wind, the silence of the sand, and the movement of the stars. Slowly, he begins to understand what the alchemist means by reading the signs of the world. Captured by warriors, the test of transformation. As they near the pyramids, Santiago and the alchemist are captured by desert warriors. The men suspect them of being spies and threaten to kill them. Here, the alchemist makes a bold statement: "This boy is an alchemist. In 3 days, he will turn himself into the wind." Santiago is shocked. He has never done anything like this before. But the alchemist knows this is the moment for him to truly trust in the universe. For the next 3 days, Santiago listens to his heart, the desert, and the wind. He realizes that everything in nature is connected and that transformation is possible for those who truly understand this connection. On the 3rd day, he stands before the warriors and merges his spirit with the wind. He speaks to the desert, then to the wind, then to the sun, and finally to the soul of the world itself. A powerful storm erupts, and Santiago disappears in the dust, proving that he has learned the ultimate lesson: when you believe fully, the universe bends to your will. The warriors, terrified by his power, release them. The alchemist's final gift. After escaping, the alchemist leads Santiago to a monastery, where he demonstrates the power of alchemy by turning lead into gold. He gives Santiago a piece of this gold and tells him, "True alchemy is about transformation of the soul, not just turning metal into gold. Everything you need is already within you. Your journey is almost complete now, you must finish it alone. The alchemist then departs, leaving Santiago to walk the final stretch of his journey toward the pyramids. Key takeaways. Trust in the unknown. The greatest rewards come when we step into uncertainty. Nature holds deep wisdom. Santiago learns from the wind, the desert, and the sun. Transformation is possible. The test of becoming the wind proves that true power comes from belief and connection to the universe. The journey is about inner growth, not just external treasure. The alchemist reminds Santiago that true alchemy is about transformation, not just material wealth. The treasure at the pyramids, the final revelation. After parting ways with the alchemist, Santiago continues his journey alone, driven by the belief that his treasure awaits him at the pyramids. He has traveled across lands, learned from mentors, and transformed through challenges. Now, he is on the brink of fulfilling his personal legend. Reaching the pyramids, a moment of triumph. When Santiago finally arrives at the Great Pyramids of Egypt, he is overcome with emotion. Everything he has gone through, the dreams, the omens, the lessons from the alchemist, has led him to this very moment. He falls to his knees and begins to dig in the sand, believing his treasure is buried there. The anticipation builds as he digs deeper, but he finds nothing. Doubt creeps in. Was this journey all for nothing? The attack, a test of faith. As Santiago desperately searches, a group of robbers appears. They beat him brutally and steal what little gold he has left. Lying in the sand, bleeding and exhausted, he feels defeated. One of the robbers, noticing Santiago's desperation, mockingly asks what he is doing. Santiago tells them about his dream that a treasure is buried beneath the pyramids. The leader of the group laughs and tells him, "You fool. A few years ago, I had a dream about a treasure buried beneath a ruined church in Spain, where a shepherd sleeps under a sycamore tree. But I was not stupid enough to travel across the world for it." Then they leave Santiago, bruised and empty-handed. The final realization, the true treasure. At that moment, Santiago understands everything. The answer had been in front of him all along. His treasure wasn't in Egypt, it was back in Spain, at the very place where he had the dream in the first place, beneath the sycamore tree in the abandoned church where he had once slept as a shepherd. This revelation changes his entire perspective. The journey was necessary, not because of the treasure, but because of who he became along the way. He had to travel across the world to discover that his treasure was always within his reach, but he would never have found it if he hadn't followed his dreams. Life teaches through experience, not shortcuts. If he had ignored his dream and never left, he would have spent his life wondering what if. With renewed strength, Santiago sets off back to Spain, knowing exactly where his treasure lies. Digging up the treasure, a new beginning. Back in Spain, Santiago returns to the old church and digs beneath the sycamore tree. This time, he finds what he was looking for: a chest filled with gold, jewels, and riches beyond his imagination. But more importantly, he realizes that the real treasure was never the gold. It was the wisdom he gained, the people he met, the courage he developed, the love he found in Fatima, who still waits for him in the desert. Now, he is truly rich, not just in wealth, but in knowledge, experience, and fulfillment. The final omen, a wink from the universe. As Santiago stands in the place where his journey began, a sudden gust of wind blows through the church. He smiles, remembering the alchemist's words, "When you truly desire something, the whole universe conspires to help you achieve it." A warm feeling washes over him as if the universe itself is acknowledging his journey. With a heart full of gratitude, he prepares for the next adventure to return to Fatima, knowing that his personal legend is complete. Key takeaways. The journey itself is the treasure. Santiago became wiser, stronger, and more fulfilled through his experiences. Sometimes, what we seek is closer than we think. But we must go on the journey to truly understand its value. Challenges and setbacks are part of the process. The hardships Santiago faced were all necessary steps toward his destiny. The universe rewards those who follow their hearts. Santiago's unwavering belief in his dream led him exactly where he needed to be. Final reflections, lessons from the Alchemist. Now that we have completed Santiago's journey, let us take a step back and reflect on the deeper meaning behind the Alchemist. This story is more than just an adventure, it's a powerful metaphor for life, dreams, and self-discovery. The power of dreams and the personal legend. At its core, the Alchemist teaches that everyone has a personal legend, a unique destiny they are meant to fulfill. However, many people ignore their calling due to fear of failure. Settle for a safe life instead of pursuing their dreams. Get distracted by material success and forget their true purpose. Santiago's journey reminds us that dreams are not just fantasies, they are whispers from the universe, guiding us toward our true path. But it's up to us to listen and take action. The language of the universe, signs and omens. Throughout the book, Santiago learns to pay attention to omens, signs from the universe guiding him toward his treasure. The dream of treasure at the pyramids, the omens that lead him to the old king, Melchizedek. The hawks that reveal an attack on the oasis. The laughter of the thief, which ultimately reveals the location of his treasure. This teaches us that life constantly sends us signs, but we must be open and willing to see them. Sometimes, what appears to be a coincidence is actually the universe pointing us in the right direction. Fear versus faith, the greatest battle. One of the biggest lessons in the book is overcoming fear. Fear of leaving home held Santiago back at first. Fear of failure almost made him give up when he lost his money. Fear of the unknown made him doubt the omens. Fear of suffering almost prevented him from becoming the wind. Yet, every time he pushed past his fear, he moved closer to his destiny. This shows that fear is often the last obstacle before a great breakthrough. The more we resist fear and take action, the stronger we become. Love and purpose, Fatima's role. Many stories portray love as something that holds people back from their dreams. But in The Alchemist, love is shown as something that supports and strengthens dreams. Fatima tells Santiago, "If I am truly a part of your dream, you will come back to me." This is a powerful message. Real love does not demand sacrifice, it encourages growth. A strong relationship does not limit you, it gives you the freedom to become your best self. If something is meant for you, it will always be there even if you must leave for a while. The journey is more important than the treasure. In the end, Santiago finds his treasure not in Egypt, but back where he started. However, he does not regret the journey. Why? Because the real treasure was not the gold, it was who he became. If he had never left, he would have remained a simple shepherd. Through his travels, he gained wisdom, courage, and self-awareness. The true reward was the transformation, not the treasure itself. This teaches us that success is not just about reaching a goal, it's about who we become in the process. Final message: trust in the universe. As Santiago reaches the end of his journey, he realizes one final truth: when you truly desire something, the whole universe conspires to help you achieve it. This means that, if your dream is true and meaningful, life will guide you toward it. Challenges are not obstacles but lessons to prepare you for success. The only thing standing in your way is your own fear and doubt. The book ends with Santiago laughing, feeling the wind's embrace, knowing that he has lived his personal legend. Key takeaways from The Alchemist. Follow your personal legend. Your dreams are not random, they are your destiny. Pay attention to omens, the universe is always guiding you, learn to listen. Overcome fear, the greatest rewards lie just beyond your greatest fears. Love should support, not restrict. Real love will never ask you to abandon your dreams. The journey matters more than the treasure, who you become along the way is the real reward. Trust in the universe, if you truly believe, everything will fall into place. Final thoughts? The Alchemist is more than a book, it's a life philosophy. Santiago's journey mirrors the journey we all take in life, full of doubts, setbacks, and lessons. The message is clear: we must trust in our dreams, listen to our hearts, and take action, knowing that the universe will guide us toward our destiny. So, as you reflect on this story, ask yourself, what is your personal legend, and more importantly, are you brave enough to follow it?